Hey viewers and friends, horror fans and slasher fans, Andrew back at you with another video, and we're going to be taking a look at my entire slasher collection. I own quite a lot, so I'm going to get straight into it. And we might as well kickstart with the franchises first. And what better place to start than mentioning the very first horror movie that I saw. So first up we have Child's Play on Blu-ray, Child's Play on DVD, Child's Play 2 and Child's Play 3. In terms of a favourite, it's definitely Child's Play 2, fantastic sequel. Psycho on Blu-ray, awesome Blu-ray, amazing transfer. And then I own the 4-disc Psycho set with Psycho 1 through 4, Wrong Turn, Wrong Turn 2, Wrong Turn 3, Wrong Turn 4 on Blu-ray. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, the remake on Blu-ray, love the remake on DVD, just because I love the cover art, Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning, which is actually my favourite in the franchise, the original Nightmare on Elm Street, one of my favourites, classic, and it looks phenomenal on Blu-ray. Then we have the very, very mediocre and pretty terrible remake. I also own this DVD box set with parts 1 through 7. The Sleepaway Camp Survival Kit, pretty cool box set, has Sleepaway Camp 1 to 3. Scream, the 4-movie Blu-ray box set with the 3D mask on the cover. Then we have the original Friday the 13th, the remake, which I enjoyed on first viewing, repeated viewings, don't like it so much. Part 3 in 3D, the US release, Part 3, the UK release, and Friday the 13th, Part 2. I also own the rest of the Friday the 13th movies on DVD. The first one is the Australian Friday the 13th 1 to 8 box set, the US Deluxe Editions box set, movies 1 to 8, Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. His Name Was Jason, the franchise documentary, which I really, really enjoyed. And then lastly for the franchises, and certainly not least, the Halloween franchise. Finally have all of them on Blu-ray, starting with the original, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Halloween 4 and Halloween 5, the German releases, Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, absolute terrible film, hate it, and the 2 Rob Zombie versions, Halloween and Halloween 2. I also own the 2 Halloween documentaries, the Halloween 25 Years of Terror and then Halloween The Inside Story. Definitely prefer Inside Story. This is an amazing documentary on the first movie, and I highly recommend it to any fan of not only the original movie but the franchise in general. And yeah, it's easily the best documentary out of the 2. Blood Night, The Legend of Mary Hatchet, Storm Warning, Switchblade Romance, also known as High Tension, fantastic French slasher, definitely recommend it. A Bay of Blood, this has just got the alternate cover art, Bloodbath. The original and the remake of My Bloody Valentine. The original is one of my all-time favourite slashers, and the remake was a lot of fun as well. Intruder. This is another one of my all-time favourites, really, really underrated 80s slasher. I highly recommend it. And pick up the Blu-ray, guys, it is amazing. Maniac. And a couple of copies of Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. If you want a really, really good comedic take on the slasher genre, this is the perfect movie for you. It was awesome. Alright, now on to my slasher DVDs, and we're going to start things off with Going to Pieces. This is an amazing, amazing documentary about the entire slasher genre, and I highly recommend it. Evil Laugh, super, super cheesy, but a ton of fun. Blood Moon, Bloody Murder 1 and 2. It also comes with Junior and Deadly Species. but I pretty much got this pack for Bloody Murder 1 and 2. A lot of cheesy fun. Both movies are really good. The Boogeyman, which is shit. Chopping Mall, 80s classic, love it. Cherry Falls. The Burning, this is the original release, and I printed out my own custom cover because I prefer the cover art. The Burning is phenomenal and what I'd probably consider the greatest slasher film ever made. The Funhouse, classic slasher collection with Don't Look in the Basement, Scream Bloody Murder, Silent Night Bloody Night, The Hatchet Murders, also known as Deep Red, and The Severed Arm. Hatchet and Hatchet 2. Two tremendous, really gory, awesome kills in terms of a modern slasher. Highly recommend both movies, but my preference always goes to Hatchet 2. The Midnight Meat Train, Terror Train, Venom, really underrated modern slasher. Sort of got a supernatural / voodoo vibe to it as well. Really good. High Lane, Invitation Only, Slaughter High. This is another favourite. Love this movie. The Original Black Christmas, See No Evil, Peeping Tom, which I'm pretty sure is one of the first slasher films ever made. Dream Home. This is amazing and has some of the best kills that I've ever seen in a slasher movie, so I definitely recommend this one. The Driller Killer. A 2-movie drive-in with The Initiation and Mountaintop Motel Massacre. All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. A midnight movie double feature with Deranged and Motel Hell. 12. Alice Sweet Alice. Popcorn. The Original Prom Night. Pretty average slasher, but I've always loved the cover art. Prom Night Collection with the 4 movies, 1 to 4. And again, pretty cool cover art on that. The Remake. Deadly Blessing, a really highly underrated Wes Craven movie. I highly recommend it. Happy Birthday to Me. Maniac Cop. Jack Frost 2, I really need to get the original at some point. P2. Hills Run Red. Final Exam. Pretty underrated. It's fairly basic in terms of an overall slasher, but I really like this one a lot. Mad Men. Another one of my favourites, really good. Midnight Movie, really disappointing. Malevolence. April Fool's Day, this is awesome, so much fun. American Gothic. The Sleeper, one of the best modern slashers ever made and a fantastic throwback to the late 70s, early 80s slashers. Dr. Giggles. Blood Runs Cold. The I Know What You Did Last Summer 3-pack. Sweet 16. The House on Sorority Row, the original. Hellbent. This one's really good. 2 copies of Santa's Sleigh, just with 2 different cover arts. We have the UK release and then the Australian release. I think preference for me goes to the Australian release. Love that cover art and the red case as well. Satan's Little Helper. This one is so much fun. Great movie for around the Halloween month. Scarecrow and the sequel Scarecrow Slayer. These are 2 really fun, cheesy slasher movies. I enjoyed them. The Prowler. Nightmare. The New York Ripper. My Soul to Take. Now, a lot of people hate on this movie, but I thought it was really good. The Toolbox Murders remake. Didn't like this one at all. And then I have the original Toolbox Murders, which I haven't seen before. A double feature of The Forest and Don't Go in the Woods Alone. Offerings. Night School. Return to Horror High. Return to Sleepaway Camp. Tourist Trap. This movie's amazing and really underrated, so if you've never seen it before, do yourself a favour and check it out. Slaughterhouse. Bloody Birthday. Really fun Killer Kids slasher film. Definitely recommend this one. Pretty creepy as well. Motel Hell. Mr. Jingles, one of the worst movies that I have ever seen. The Mutilator, pretty average film, but in terms of the kills, definitely the standout feature of this movie. So I highly recommend this movie for the kills alone. They were excellent. Wilderness, kind of a different and unique take on the slasher, but I really enjoyed it. Sweatshop, Silent Night, Deadly Night, one of my all-time favourites. This movie is great. The Urban Legend Triple Pack, The Tripper, Laid to Rest. Didn't really get into this one, I found it too gimmicky. Hell Night with Linda Blair, Valentine, Strange Behaviour, Sorority Row, the remake to The House on Sorority Row, Killer Party, Alone in the Dark with Donald Pleasance, Humongous, The Slumber Party Massacre, 3-pack collection or 3-movie collection, Shredder. Love the cover art, and it's a pretty good movie as well, really cheesy. The Orphan Killer. This is a brilliant modern slasher, great independent film, great use of gore. Now I wasn't too sure whether I should include these 2 movies, but I've decided to. Not what you'd probably call traditional slasher movies, but they definitely have slasher elements throughout. So we have Inside, which is a fantastic French home invasion movie, and probably my favourite French film, one of my favourite foreign horrors, love it. Amazing kills and some really good gore. Then we have Frontiers, which is pretty much the French equivalent to Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So yeah, I guess that falls under the slasher genre, but these are 2 fantastic movies. Okay, now I also have some bootlegs, so we'll take a quick look at them. Twisted Nightmare, Edge of the Axe, this one wasn't too bad. Home Sweet Home, The Town That Dreaded Sundown, Boarding House, To All a Good Night, Fatal Games, Hospital Massacre, New Year's Evil. This one recently got an official release from MGM, I think, and I really need to pick that one up because this is a great movie. Body Count, this one was pretty good. Open House, this one was shit. Awesome cover art though. The Final Terror, this one was pretty good. And lastly, Curtains. So there you go, that is my slasher collection in its entirety. If you have any questions about any of the titles that I've shown, please let me know in the comments section below. I hope everyone's enjoyed this video, and thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you guys are having a fantastic October and Halloween month.